Make sure you like this video as you are coming in. Make sure you like it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. Listen, this time, honey, I am back to talk about Mr. AL. He is out here dragging Queen Shiba, honey. Okay, dragging Queen Shiba and still talking about Melody, honey. It's a shame. Why you can't keep that lady's name up out your mouth, AL? Okay, and then I look up on the internet and he didn't put somebody's house out there. It was a nice house. So what you exposing? Lady got a nice house, okay? So, just a mess. Does he have something against women, you guys? Okay, is he one of them? Does he have something against women? Y'all let me know. And he's such a hypocrite. Okay, such a hypocrite. Calling out the people that support Melody. You were just one of them not too long ago, okay? You was trying to do business with her. You was trying to eat at the same restaurants that she eat from. Hell, you look desperate enough to try to eat off the same fork, spoon. Okay, use the same napkin. Wipe your ass with the tissue that Melody used. Okay, you was one of them at one point. So I just find it ironic that he is calling out, the people that support Melody. Because, honey, you know how it used to be. Well, you know how it is because you're still obsessed with her because she put a boundary up. And this is what happens, you guys, when you put a boundary up with a narcissist. Okay, this is what happens. This is what happens, unfortunately. So what do narcissists do when you put up a boundary? So generally speaking, narcissists will respond to the boundaries that you set with them by getting defensive or angry, starting a smear campaign to ruin your name, trying to guilt trip you, ignoring your boundaries altogether, undermining your credibility, giving you the silent treatment, or by trying to hoover their way past your boundaries. So what has AL did to Melody? He tries to ruin her credibility. He tries to put it out there. She can't sing. She's not successful. He tries to undermine her by trying to weaken or diminish her reputation or perceived trustworthiness. Okay. So that is what he's doing. He don't want nobody to like her because he don't like her. He got rejected. Okay. And he feel neglected. Okay, that's good. Okay, look, that's good. I just be coming up with stuff, but for real. And it's sad because she already got to worry about Martell, Ariane, this fool, Latifah, Destiny, Kimmy, okay? Marcel, Maurice, okay, Miss Wanda, Miss Betty, look, Stormy, the list goes on and on. It's like, give this woman a break already. Would y'all leave a woman alone? They like a whole bunch of bees buzzing around Melody. Pay attention to me. Don't forget me. Mel got a that soul. Let me talk to you about her ex. Let me, like a mess, a fool of a mess. And then it begins to be this notion that Melody can't keep any friends. That's what they go do down to the reunion. I heard that that's what they have been filming. That's why that girl, came back from obscurity, that Ariane, first floor Curry, honey. Okay. That's why she came, from the rabbit hole, honey, that she didn't crawl up out of. So it's a mess. Leave this woman alone. Where is Miss Van? I want to see Miss Van more on the show to protect her daughter. What do y'all think about that? What's going on with Miss Van and Carlos? I get this feeling she doesn't like him or trust him. What do you guys think? I think that's what's going on with them. That's why we haven't really been seeing Miss Van. I remember at one point they weren't like playing her scene, so a mess. AL gets to talking about he's still waiting on Queen Shiba to sue him. The people got to dragging him in the comments. Okay. They got to saying the obsession with Melody is real. Why are you always talking about women? I told y'all, I think he has something against, women, black women. There are gay men that are like that target black women. And he says the same way y'all talk about Martell and the Scotts. Now, didn't he used to talk about those same people? Didn't he go out here and interview the businesswoman that was suing the Scotts, okay, over their unfinished project that they had with her? Okay, they basically took the lady's money and ran. Okay, wasn't he over there doing his good deed? Okay, he was getting all that tea about the Scotts when he was up Melody's ass. Okay. Another person says, but Melody looked good. She got 4 kids. She looked good. Yeah, he was trying to make comments about Melody's body. Like, it's a mess. It's a fool. Another person says, too much negativity over here. Ooh, child. Peggy and the aunties are too old for this. He said to the person, make sure you say that on the other platforms, they just act negative. Don't get mad when someone responds to their mess. And the person calls him out and says, we need to do better, y'all. And no shade, but shade. Ooh, not the no shade, but shade. I'ma throw shade if I can't get paid. Oh. Y'all remember when I used to say that? I don't think any men that have YouTube platforms should argue and belittle women. Well, he want to be one of the girls. You didn't figure that out, baby? I understand you have an opinion, but maybe rise above and bring a better movement and energy with your page. You could be the change, but carry on, y'all. So another person, he says to that person, that's your opinion. We tell those women to shut the F up. So it's okay for a woman to say whatever they want to say. He sounds like Martell. That sounds like a Martell statement, don't it? If a woman continues to come for a man and a man haven't said or did anything to them, F that woman mess. You're going to get it. People need to stop that. A man shouldn't argue with a woman. How about the woman not start an argument with a man and nobody say shit? So how do y'all feel about that? Another person, y'all are such a shame, do better. Somebody asks, Anthony, how's your record sales doing? And he says, y'all so stupid to think record sales go off of YouTube. Definitely not how that works. My sales are good. I'm actually booked for my music. I don't have to pay for fake views. Is he talking about Melody? She ain't got no damn fake views. The people love Melody's voice. They love her songs. Okay. Another person says, Queen Shiba really had those folks believing Martell is trying to end Mel's existence. Acting 101 and scene. What y'all think of that? Just a mess. A whole fool of a mess. Okay, this man has not learned anything yet. And why is he exposing the one lady house? I don't even know the lady, you guys. But I was just like, what did he do to her? See, when you have all these enemies, you got to start looking at yourself. Okay. You got to start looking. What did Michael Jackson say? At the man in the mirror. Okay. And ask him to change his ways. Now, moving on, honey, let's talk about Miss Karen Huger from Real Housewives of Potomac. People did a story on her, and they are saying that a judge has denied Karen Huger's request for the dismissal of her DUI case. According to a motion obtained by People, the Real Housewives of Potomac star 61 filed paperwork on July 11th to suppress statements and evidence from her DUI arrest after claiming she incriminated herself during a custodial interrogation without being read her Miranda rights. Karen, you didn't need to be read them rights. Your ass was wrong. Your ass was out here slipping, driving drunk. Stop blaming every damn thing on your parents. You ain't the first or the last person to lose a parent. I feel like Karen is not happy in that marriage to Ray. Because you got to think of it. Ray should be Karen's soft place to land. Why are you out here getting drunk? And not to be judgmental. You know, I love a good cocktail too at home. Okay, or if I'm drinking, I'm real close to the house. Okay, listen, there is so many ways to get back and forth. Karen got way more money than me, way more access to cars and drivers and all of that. So it's like, Karen, there's no excuse. You are a celebrity, and you have to carry yourself in such a way, and you're supposed to be the grand dame. Okay, but they've been calling out Karen for years. I think people didn't listen because of the messengers, the green-eyed bandits who are haters, Robin and Giselle. They always told us, though, that Karen was a lush. Even Sharice, you know, those are the girls that really know Karen, right? And they never bought into the grand dame and, you know, remember Sharice used to be like the grand dame ain't got a dame thing. I used to think that was funny. They used to call Ray the black broke Bill Gates child, a mess. But back to the story. The defendant was told she was not free to leave. Huger's lawyers wrote she was not read her Miranda warnings, indicating that the information she would provide them would be used in the filing of criminal charges against her. On July 25th, a judge submitted a response denying the request, stating that based on the past Supreme Court cases, Huger's roadside investigation did not require her to be read Miranda rights. The defendant's statements were not obtained as a result of a custodial interrogation because some of her statements were made while emergency medical services, EMS personnel, were treating the defendant for potential injuries. The ruling read, the defendant's statements made during this time were free and voluntary and were stated out loud while in the presence of police officers. So it looked like Karen trying to get up out of that. Additionally, statements made after the defendant was examined by EMS personnel were not obtained as a result of a custodial interrogation because the defendant's subsequent statements were made while the defendant was temporarily detained pursuant to a traffic stop, it added. The defendant's statement should not be suppressed and the defendant's motion to suppress should be denied. So yeah, she's trying to wiggle her way. Y'all know Karen don't like to tell the damn truth. Okay. Oh, and it says, officers additionally observed the driver of the vehicle, the defendant, unsteady on her feet, swaying, stumbling, and slurring her speech. That sounds like a damn drunk if I've ever heard of one. Okay? And we've seen it on Real Housewives of Potomac. She started telling the truth, telling how she would leave Ray. Y'all remember when Karen gets really drunk, it always leads back to Ray, how their marriage ain't perfect, their institution. He's stressing her out. She had to put money behind him. She wanted a return on her money. Y'all remember season 5, she was stressed the hell out and got to telling the truth once she was drunk. Now, when Karen's sober, she want to lie and, you know, wiggle up out of stuff, right? Okay, the documents continue to allege, furthermore, the initial caller spoke to officers on scene and indicated that prior to police arrival, the defendant appeared confused and the caller smelled alcohol when interacting with the defendant. Ooh, child. Huger was allegedly temporarily detained for less than 10 minutes before being placed under arrest. People did not immediately hear back from Huger's lawyer for comment. I bet not. Shit. Karen go try to get up out of that. Okay. She go try, and don't get me wrong, I think that, you know, she loves her parents and was close to them. She also kind of used them at one of the reunions to mention why she moved to Great Falls, some shit. Oh, that's where my parents want to live. And Andy was like, do your parents really live with you? Well, we're still considering. Well, bitch, why did you leave then if y'all still considering? Like, when I tell you, I like Karen. I think she's likable. I think out of all the women, she tries to be fair. She tries to be neutral. That is important on the show. But just all her damn lies. We can't believe it. Karen is the drunk ass auntie. Okay. We all done had one. I done had a few.